Hello, Toby. Today is February 9th. Stop, Gus. Whose feast is today? Anyway, I listened to Dennis Prager, and he'd been asked a question I'm surprised he never got before. What guest would he like to have on his show? And he gave some. I generally like what he says, and it's whatever. Anyway, this was kind of a silly answer. He wanted to get one of the people who gets in the left lane, the fast lane, and then drives really slow, and ask them why they're there. If the fast lane is supposed to be the fast lane, why you get in the fast lane and then drive slow? I thought a much better person would be to have Jesus on, since 2 billion people are affected by Jesus today in a direct way on the planet, and 15 million approximately Jews are on the planet. So I'm wondering, where would this is a better question. Where would the Jews be today, in Dennis Prager's opinion, if Jesus had never come along? I think that's an interesting thing to think about. I don't think I've heard anyone ever make that question. But I think a guest would be Jesus, and have him say, since he's such a devout Jew, and he's also I believe a Bible scholar, and he said he was going to do something on the Gospels. So I think that's interesting, as a very devout Jew, for him to go through the Gospels. So I think it would be interesting for him to have Jesus on and ask him, why do you think you're the Messiah, or just whatever questions like he might ask Jesus, convince me that you're the Messiah. Why should I believe you're the Messiah? I think Jesus, obviously Jesus is the biggest guide of everyone's life, one way or the other, and the biggest stumbling block. I hope this makes sense. I'm sick. And I cough on cue. Now even my eye is aching. Jesus seems to be a major problem to the 1 billion Muslims that are on the planet right now. And the 1 billion Catholics who recognize that Jesus started a religion that was the natural extension of Judaism, and then left a church, a organization, a way to govern and to lead that church by leaving the 12 apostles, which sort of ties into the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So, yeah, it just seems like everything hinges around Jesus. If he is God, as I believe he is, and then that changes everything, as it's been said before. That changes the entire. That would change our entire philosophy, our entire modus operandi. If there is a God, and Jesus came, and he is that God, then that would change everything that we do. Should revolve around that fact. And I think it's pretty clear that the people in Jesus' day, there was a vast amount of people who did believe that he did rise. And for me, that's the hinging factor. If he rose, he's not a normal human. And that's exactly what the claim was, that I'm not a normal human. I'm God and I'm man. I'm man, I can die. I'm God, I'm divine. So his man, his human died. His human body died, but his divinity did not, obviously. And he continues to live today. So there you go. Remember to ask the saints to pray for us and pray for the souls in purgatory.